All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Benjamin, and I'm the presidential candidate of the fictional Common Sense People's Party. And yes, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode ARIWOOLA San, has come out to say judges should stop delaying justice. And this statement was met with mixed reactions because the CJN is widely regarded as an APC supporter. He allegedly met with TINUBU, outside the country. And a whole lot of other things have been said about him to prove that he's an APC supporter. But on this occasion, he said justice should not be delayed. So Nigerians were like, why would an APC supporter clamor for justice, knowing so much that APC is known for injustice? But the CJN actually said this, and it was at a program that was jointly organized with the Judicial College of England and Wales. But before I show you how he said it, let me quickly give you this controversial update that shows the increasing need for a president like His Excellency Peter Obi, who will put politicians in their place in this country. Here is the update regarding the 2 million naira that was shared to senators for holidays, the one that Akpabio mistakenly announced on live TV. A politician came to social media and he wrote this. This PDP man, David O. Aderiokun, said, the 2 million naira that was given to senators isn't a big deal. It is even too small for a senator. What can a family man do with 2 million naira? Why are we making it a big deal? But they shouldn't have made it public. Making it public is a bit insensitive to plight of Nigerians. He said it is not a big deal. That what can a family man do with 2 million naira? This tells you that this man is not living in this country. He does not even understand what it means to be a Nigerian. So how can he lead effectively in Nigeria? And Nigerians came down hard on him. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet says, so 2 million naira is small money, but the minimum wage is 30,000. 2 million is small money, but you guys wanted to give families 8,000 naira monthly to survive. Thunder fire you and your family. Ewu Gambia. Oh, and this tweet says, Aderiokun, there is no justifiable reason why Nigerian senators should be receiving 2 million naira after the hefty salaries they get paid. Bold of you to say it's not a big deal when the FG only promised 8,000 naira to the poor masses. You call yourself a leader, but you lack emotional intelligence and empathy. Oh, that is why they cannot lead well. And this tweet says, your tweet is so insensitive. You tweet like an idiot that you are. So some senators can use 2 million naira as holiday to cool off, while the annual minimum wage for Nigeria is not even up to 400,000. Alaye o ni kure. And this tweet says, what can a family man do with 2 million naira? But 8,000 naira is okay for another family man. Our new internal colonial masters are worse than those that took our grandfathers to sugarcane farmland during the slave trade. Clowns. So it is obvious that these politicians are completely detached from the reality of the people. And that is why we need a man like His Excellency Peter Obi, who understands the two classes. He understands the poor and the rich. And he has the integrity to bridge that gap. Now, let's take the statement from the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Olukayode ARIWOOLA. Look at how the papers reported it. Avoid delayed justice, CJN tells magistrates. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode ARIWOOLA, told magistrates on Monday to behave well to preserve the integrity and respect for the independence of the judiciary, while advising them against unnecessary delay in the dispensation of justice. The CJN said, the essence of justice is to achieve it swiftly and fairly. The duration must be intricately balanced with the outcome such that delay is not occasioned and the integrity of the outcome is not compromised. And people were like, Oga CJN, so you know all these things since, and we have been waiting for the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal to give us a date of their judgment for how many weeks, and they have not turned up. And you have not written any letter to them. You have not written any open letter. You have not said anything concerning that. And now you are saying that justice should not be delayed. and Nigerians didn't take his word for it at all. Look at some of the tweet reactions. This tweet says, "This one na wash in a bid to appear transparent. We have our eyes on the judiciary. The longer they wait, their problem increases, but they must fix a date." And this tweet says, "It's like they're not ready to do their own. He now came out with this. Soon, appeal court will give date. But anything that is not included of disqualifying TINUBU, then ECOWAS must gather their forces in Nigeria because now another coup d'etat hijacking the constitution." And this tweet says, "INEC chairman did same thing before the elections. It is the outcome that has brought us to the point of instability. The judiciary is on a serious trial." And this tweet says, "I don't know why seeing his face strikes like a criminal." Wow. And it is such a pity that Nigerians have completely lost hope in the Nigerian judiciary. Let's see what they will do with this last opportunity that they have at self-redemption. Now, let me show you this video where these economists totally rubbished Tinubu's policy of floating the naira. That is, allowing the naira to compete with the dollar. He likened it to fixing a boxing match between Anthony Joshua and popular Nigerian comedian Mr. Macaroni. Obviously, only an ignoramus would do that. See the video.
Thank you so very much. First, I think the kind of information that we had regarding, and when I say we have, I mean at public space, regarding the dollars versus what the real information was, were not, there was a mismatch. Recall that when the president made his presidential speech, he has mentioned that Nigeria should be ready for unification. In the real sense, if we are unifying and we have robust supply side, naira should have not just been going down, it should have also been improving in value. The real truth today, even based on the report that was shared last week by the central bank, we now understand that what we claim we have in foreign reserve, we don't even have as much. We have also seen that there were loans collected even in US dollar that is not ours. When international bank operates with an African country or a less developed country, I mean not necessarily the African country, the same thing has happened to Argentina, where global banks can determine what the exchange rate will be. And you start seeing pressure coming from all international communities saying devalue, devalue, devalue because your currency is overpriced. Here is the question. When you devalue your currency, what does it mean? To you, it becomes more expensive to buy foreign product. So that should tell you that we should start buying made in Nigeria. The question is, do we really have made in Nigeria? Most of the time, the answer is no. So what do? We still need to go back, especially for things that are really very basic. Virtually all of us cannot do without laptops. How many companies are producing laptops in Nigeria today? We also cannot do without phones. How many organizations are producing phones that are made in Nigeria? I'm not saying what they import to Nigeria and call it Nigerian brand. We all wear suits, shirts, everything, ties, everything, even natives, school uniform. How many of them are made in Nigeria? Here is it. As our population continues to grow at 3% on the average, we continue to consume commodity of the world that we don't produce. So if we go to the point, we must get to a point where we now say we want to start some level of production by reducing our imports. It's a tough path to go. It's a long path to trek. But the earlier we start it, the better. Now, there are quick fixes. The central bank, incidentally, has said they have got to, the bank has gotten approval of the president to technically, if you look at the statement that the central bank governor has said, so you're going to see central bank intervene in the market. The fear is this. Because central bank has also let the world know what he has in reserve, that is not as sufficient as what it is, speculator may deliberately hold on for a while till the time central bank strength reduces or the point where central bank could no longer hold. Then we have to come back again to force of demand and supply. And that is why we want, before we allow naira to go on free flow or voice of demand, as I said, are we ready to watch a boxing match between Anthony Joshua and Mr. Macaroni, the comedian? Boxing match. If it were to be comedy, then we know that naira, which of course in this case, I mean no disrespect to Mr. Macaroni, but you see, this is the way I compare it. How can we with our level of export, be competing with the rest of the world by saying we want to float naira. Nigeria is not the only country that defended our currency. Many other countries, but what they are doing that we are not doing is that we have not found unique way of even accounting for the FX we have been. How many gold have been extracted from Zamfara? Where are the monies? Gold is not sold in naira; they are sold in dollars. Is it reflecting in any record of most of the institution of government? The ones that is happening in Ilesha, from Zamfara to Ilesha, is a gold line. The gold extracted, and I use gold as an example of all other natural resources apart from crude oil that we have in our country today.
You have heard him, and all he said, everything he's been saying, only points to one thing. The people at the helm of affairs don't have the know-how to carry this country forward. And we have seen in less than 90 days that this country is not in safe hands. That if we continue like this, the economy may see a total collapse. But luckily for us, there is a case in court, and we are asking the judiciary to do the right thing so that His Excellency Peter Obi can reclaim his mandate and begin to reshape this economy. The judiciary has been doing wuru-wuru in the past. We've been looking away. But this time around, Nigeria is on a brink, and we are saying they must be true to their calling this time around. Pass judgment according to the dictates of the Constitution and according to the electoral law. And we wait eagerly for the day where they go pass that judgment. For the sake of those of us who dey this country now, and for the sake of the children yet unborn. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una, now I dey here. So, don't go away.